So this is chapter 7D on mappings and functions. In this chapter, we'll learn about mappings and functions. So here we go, mappings. Mappings are these diagrams you see here below that I am boxing in red. Basically, we are looking at how we transform a number that's considered an x value into a number that's the y value. So x is always our input, meaning something that we put into a rule, and y is the output, meaning the result. So if I had this function machine, I put a number in, and then it goes through this process, and then it spits out a number, y. And what my job is to do is to figure out what is the rule to make that work. How do I make 1 turn into 6, 2 into 7, 3 into 8, and 10 into 15? And it has to be the same machine. It has to be the same rule each time. So I might play with two things. I might play with multiplication or division, and then I may play with addition and subtraction. So how do I turn 1 into 6? Normally we would say 1 plus 5 makes 6. And then we could say 2 plus 5 makes 7. It seems like it's working. 1 plus 5 makes 6, 2 plus 5 makes 7. Do you think that works for number 3? 3 plus 5 makes 8. How about 10? 10 plus 5 also makes 15. Okay, so the rule in this first one is to simply take whatever x is and add 5 each time. That's my rule, to add 5 each time to get my answer, which is y. Now, for the second example, it's a little more complicated. Maybe you might have to multiply by something first and then add. So you might go through 2 steps. So maybe you have to do something here first and then do one more thing. And then finally, you get your answer for y. So why don't you go ahead and take a pause and see if you can figure out what those 2 things are to get x to turn into y. So 5 into 11, 10 into 21, 15 into 31, and 20 into 41. So when I first look at these numbers, I'm looking at that. For me, I will look at that first number. I'm thinking maybe I have to multiply it by something. Maybe 5 times 2. Okay, that makes 10, but how do I get 11? Let's add 1. Okay, let's see if this works for the next number. 10 times 2 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Okay, so far it works. 15 times 2 is 30, plus 1 is 31. Okay, it works one more time. Let's try it one more time. 20 times 2 is 40, plus 1 is 41. Okay, so it works all 3 times. So the rule of this mapping is to take x, multiply it by 2, and then add 1 each time. Now in skill 2, you're given the function. You're given the rule. And what you have to do now is complete your mapping. And once you complete your mapping, fill in the table. So let me start you off. X divided by 8 times it by 5 to make y. 16 divided by 8 makes 2. 2 times 5 will make 10. 24 divided by 8 makes 3. 3 times 5 makes 15. Now, can you continue? Pause. So here we go. 32 divided by 8 makes 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 64 divided by 8 makes 8. 8 times 5 makes 40. On the next one, you have times 3, add 4. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 plus 4 is 25. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 4 is 31. And 11 times 3 makes 33. 33 plus 4 makes 37. And that's all.